Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to R.A. Faginal Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College. I'm Tim Calderwood alongside Kevin Jude for volleyball action on this Tuesday. And it is a big early season test for each of these two schools. Elmhurst taking on Millikan. Elmhurst picked to finish second in the CCIW's preseason poll, with Millikan right behind them, sitting at third in a matchup of two teams that, well, have a lot of expectations on their shoulders entering this 2011 campaign. And here in the second CCIW match of the year, they have the opportunity to face each other.
Absolutely, Tim. This is you don't like to throw the label as an important match and just the 12th match of the season in a 40-game season. But this is absolutely huge for both of these teams. They're both 1-0, identical 9-2 overall records, and you know that you can't take an early conference loss when Carthage is still looming on your schedule, who's top 10 in the nation right now. So a huge match as the defending CCW champions, the Big Blue, and the Blue Jays get them on their own court this season.
Millikan was picked second in the CCIW preseason poll. The Big Blue receiving one first-place vote. Elmhurst with two first-place votes, but total point-wise finished behind, as Elmhurst is on the board first. Elmhurst competed this past weekend at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh and saw an 8-match win streak come to a close in the final contest of the weekend. Finished 3-1 at Oshkosh. That lone loss was to Oshkosh as Millikan knots the score. Elmhurst lost to Chicago here on September 2nd. It's the lone home loss this year. They're 3-1 at home. Chicago, a nationally ranked foe. Blue Jays are among those receiving votes in the AVCA poll released today. Hill will try the left side. It's swatted back at Melissa Milkey. And Millikan sends it ahead as Elmhurst is in the net, handing the Big Blue their first lead of the contest.
Melissa Milkey getting some solid action. She missed the early part of the season, coming back from a knee injury.
Elmhurst will handle the serve and put down the tire.
Megan Reynolds, nice, just cross-court that time. No reason to go up and pound it, just able to take see the shot and deliver a perfect strike to the floor, not the score at 2. Put the Blue Jays back on serve.
Melissa Milkey is serving. It's her first appearance of the season. Knocked around at the net, and Millikan grabs a 3-2 lead.
Milkey did actually get in a few matches over the weekend.
I missed it. 3 games.
Used sparingly, like you said, this was her first real test since coming back. They tried to work her in a little bit, get her a little bit more playing time before the start of this game here, as she was coming off a little bit of a knee injury in the off season.
Maiden voyage of volleyball here on Blue Jay TV. We'll also have matches against Carthage, North Park, and Illinois Wesleyan throughout the 2011 fall season. Phil with a back set towards Rasmussen, snuffed out by Millikan, set ahead. Rasmussen leads Reynolds in the middle, aiming short. And it's pushed around. Kelsey England with an opportunity, today chosen as the CCIW's Offensive Player of the Week. And the Blue Jays find an opening to stop the run.
Kelsey England, the dangerous outside hitter for the Big Blue, an all-conference pick last year. Big Blue starting a freshman in the middle, too, and Audrey Krajek having very strong start to the year. Blocking extremely well to start.
And again, and a double hit in the back row on Perry Morgan. If you're new to Blue Jay TV, on the right side, you've got an opportunity to chat throughout the course of this one. Free to drop in comments. I know our director, Glenn, will be periodically chiming in, and I'll have some thoughts from time to time as well. Elmhurst content to just send it over the net. Each team is in the white today to make things interesting. Good thing they have their names written on the back. 6-3 Millikan in the opening set. Dropping back is England to serve. Set up on the left side towards Zarmak. And dug away. Short and tapped over.
Caitlin Wilkes and Taylor Rasmussen right there to slam it back to the ground for the Blue Jays.
Marcy Novak, sophomore out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, entering for Elmhurst. Novak on serve and short. Back towards Sarah Travis, who has entered for Millikan. And put down by the Blue Jays, 6-5.
Sam Zarmak doing it all on that play. Stuffed the initial attempt by Millikan, went back up on a 50-50 ball right at the net and slammed it down.
First set of action, 6-5. Millikan with the advantage. Lindsay Storm will have an attempt from the left side. Guided over by Zarmak. Blocked, but out. On the right side, the kill credited to Sarah Travis, a freshman out of Schaumburg.
Very good crowd on hand here so far tonight. A lot of big Blue fans made the trip.
Millikan won the 2010 CCIW regular season crown, rattling off 22 consecutive victories at one point during the year. Record-breaking season for Millikan.
Nice short set that time by Erin Thill to Caitlin Wilkes. And Tanea VC Smith, her first action. She was an all-tournament team selection this past weekend at UW Oshkosh.
Standing deep is Zarmak to serve. 7-6, Millikan the advantage. Thill guides it up front towards Wilkes, who converts, and we're even at 7.
Kind of expected this one to be a very back-and-forth nail-biter here. Last year was a 5-set match.
Mentioned Elmhurst had an 8-match win streak come to an end in the finale at UW Oshkosh. It was on Saturday. Millikan, meanwhile, well, they had won 4 in a row before losing a 5-set decision to DePauw at DePauw. DC Smith has a go, and Elmhurst will receive the point as Millikan is into the net. Julie Hall, the head coach of the Blue Jays. Debbie Kick for Millikan. Perry Morgan able to keep it alive in the back row. Wilkes short, tapped back. Here's VC Smith at the net, over the blockers. Kept alive by Millikan. Lindsay Storm finds an opening.
Lindsay Storm just picking the right spot on the court. Didn't have much on the attack. Not able to go up and get a good swing at it, but putting it in the right spot on the floor. Knots it up at 8. You mentioned Millikan head coach Debbie Kick, Tim. We should mention she pulled off the rare feat last year, winning conference championships in 2 sports. Also coached their softball team. As VC Smith comes away with the point for the Blue Jays.
11th season at Millikan. 20 wins or more in 8 of her 10 seasons, including a 29-10 mark in 2005 when the Big Blue qualified for the NCAA tournament.
There's Krajek, the big freshman middle hitter for the Big Blue. Krajek on the season, second on the team in kills with 106 and leading the team in blocks right now with 46, over 1.2 per set. Very strong debut for the freshman.
BC Smith, dug out by Childress. Swinging is Krajek. There's Childress again. Hitting it for Reese, and it's short.
Kelsey England just picking the right spot on the floor that time, going over the block. Blue Jays back row a little bit too far back and able to find the opening, put Millikan back on front, 10-9.
Hawks. Reynolds was denied at the net.
Cardot and Krajek there for the Big Blue. Pushes Millikan's lead, 11-9 in the opening set.
Reese on serve, too much mustard.
Blue Jays get a little break that time.
Aaron Thill stepping back to serve, the junior out of Freeport. Elmhurst down a point, setting up pretty much straight down the middle before splitting on the offensive end. There's a block. Reynolds leading the way in the middle along with Rasmussen.
Reynolds and Rasmussen huge in the middle that time for the Blue Jays, just hammering that one back over the net.
Reynolds tied with Krajek for the CCIW lead in blocks early in this 2011 campaign, averaging over 1 per set. Krajek has Reynolds by 1 in the total department, 46-45, as the Blue Jays retake the lead again.
Great play all around that time by the Blue Jays. V.C. Smith, perfect pass to Thill, who goes for the short set, and Reynolds puts it down into the back corner.
Aaron Thill with Elmhurst in front. Put it down.
This is going to be one of those matches, Tim, where it just might go to the team that can put together a run of maybe about 3 or 4 in a row. Biggest lead so far, just 2 for either squad.
Krajek serving for Millikan. Reynolds with a left hand. Kept alive, sent over. Morgan retreating. Here's V.C. Smith stepping up. In the middle. Hammered by Eilering.
We'll just get a break. That was going to go long.
And 4 hits. Couldn't get it over.
Blue Jays catch a little break that time. It looked like Reynolds' attack was going to go out over the back line, but it was kept alive by Millikan. Puts Elmhurst back on top.
13-12, back and forth we go in the first. Melissa Milkey, a junior out of Lake Zurich. Short serve. And Elmhurst in the net. Even again at 13.
Said the back and forth of this opening set continues. Neither team able to surge out in front yet.
Rasmussen snuffed by Childress. England swatted away.
Megan Reynolds right there again in the middle.
Rasmussen was alongside as well. 14-13 Elmhurst. We played a 25 in a best-of-5 situation. If we end up in the 5th set, it'll go to 15. Sarah Travis hammers home. Neither team has really been able to take control here in the first. Anglin with a long serve.
Call from the Blue Jays, letting it go and just tailing a little long over that back line. Second service error of the opening set on the Big Blue. Can't hand away free points, Tim, in a 1-point match so far.
Stepping up is Storm. On the left side for Elmhurst, it's Zarmak who has returned. And it's a 2-point edge for the Blue Jays, their largest of the first set.
Zarmak puts it away off the block. Sam Zarmak had an impressive opening weekend for Elmhurst. She played in the first 2 matches before having some problems, a little dehydration in the heat in this opening tournament. She sat out a little bit, returned to the floor this past weekend.
Zarmak, the only freshman starting for the Blue Jays. 16-15 Elmhurst. Here is Zarmak. And Millikan has tied it up.
Was a 2-point Elmhurst lead. Both teams have not been able to lead by more than 2 points yet in this opening set.
Childress on serve and long.
Third service error now for the Big Blue. Those are things that can come back to haunt you a little bit. Blue Jays don't have to work, and they've already picked up 3 points in this opening set without having to do much.
Back in is V.C. Smith on the left side. Zarmak serving, just kept off of the floor by England, and nobody helped her out. It's an ace.
Perfect serve by Zarmak. England almost taking that one right off the floor into the net. Nothing Millikan could do with that one. Elmhurst with a chance to open up their biggest lead.
Zarmak serving again. And no help. Back-to-back aces for the Blue Jays.
Got to be a timeout for Debbie Kick, and there it is. First 3-point lead of the match, and for Elmhurst, and for either team in this opening set. The Blue Jays jump in front 19-16. Debbie Kick sees enough. She's calling the timeout. Try to stop Elmhurst momentum, Tim.
Our next broadcast here on Blue Jay TV will come a little bit later this week. Women's soccer against Alverno. That's up on Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
Some other scores in the CCIW as other teams in action. Mentioned that Elmhurst having Millikan tonight. We've also got Wheaton and Carthage going on tonight as well. Kind of the top 4 teams playing each other and the bottom 4 teams playing each other so far after the opening weekend. The 4 teams that made the conference tournament last year all won their openers: Elmhurst, Millikan, Carthage, and Wheaton. Elmhurst made it to the opening round before losing to Carthage in a thrilling match. Millikan upset on their home floor in the opening round of the CCW tournament last year, falling to Wheaton College.
Big non-conference showdown tomorrow between Carthage and Chicago in the city. A couple of nationally ranked foes there.
Big point here for the Blue Jays, a chance to really put some pressure on Millikan if they can get up by 4.
19-16 out of the timeout. Zarmak serving again for the Blue Jays. And into the net. And like you talked about, Kevin, can't be giving away points, especially when you have momentum on your side.
That timing's everything, Tim, and that's not the timing the Blue Jays wanted to just hand one back to Millikan, especially coming out of their first time out. Had a chance to go up 4, really take control. Instead, you open the door for the Big Blue.
Bill directs Caitlin Wilkes at the net. Storm, handled by Zarmak. Wilkes will drop it in off the net.
Caitlin Wilkes getting a friendly tip off the top of the tape into the open space. Elmhurst up now 20-17. Blue Jays with a chance to try and surge in front here.
Now it's Wilkes serving. Potential turning point here in the first set. Wilkes from the back row. Targets the libero Childress. Still to her knees. Can't keep it out of the net.
Good effort by the Blue Jays in the back. Looks like Caitlin Wilkes trying to take that one off the bottom of the ground. Aaron Thill gave it a good effort right at the net, but unable to scoop it out. See if Elmhurst can answer right back, get that lead back to 3.
20-18, Reese on serve. Back set towards Reynolds. England steps up and couldn't get it over.
Reynolds running that little roll shot to the outside. Was handled by Millikan, but the Big Blue unable to clear the net on 3. 21-18.
Hill serving. England steps up. And England records another to her total.
Off the block of Elmhurst, Reynolds and Rasmussen, but out of play. Kill for the Big Blue, keeping it within 2 points here, 21-19.
174 kills for England so far this season, the most in the CCIW by a significant margin, in fact.
Megan Reynolds, that's the sign that you're starting to become a complete player only as a sophomore. Not going up and hammering it, recognizing the defense in front of you, and just taking the nice little soft touch shot over the top of the block. Nothing Millikan can do at all with that.
Reynolds, the middle hitter out of Thornton, Illinois. 22-19, Elmhurst with the advantage. An attack from the set slot. Into the back, guided by Milky. And a double hit is called. So now it is the Elmhurst in control here.
23-19, big mistake by the Big Blue right there. 2 points away from this opening set is Elmhurst now.
Short serve. England connects. Big side out.
Good dig off the back row. They just took that serve right off the ground. And England unloads to the near side, keeping Millikan alive in this one, 23-20.
Serving is Brittany Carda. In the middle, Reynolds, you bet. Just wind it up.
Good, perfect set by Erin Thill. Megan Reynolds alone in the middle with nothing but open floor in front of her. And Debbie Kick will exercise her second timeout. 24-20, Blue Jays sitting on several set points here. About to go up 1-0 if they can just get 1 point here, Tim.
Winning the first set, huge, especially at home. Elmhurst will have Carthage coming up next Tuesday. You can see that here on Blue Jay TV. So the next two matches, counting tonight, are against the top two in the CCIW, Millikan and Carthage.
Blue Jays will know exactly how good a strong a team they have immediately here. They got their North Central 3-zip in their opener, but the top two teams in the league, along with Elmhurst, waiting next on their schedule. So hopefully to go up 1-0 over Millikan here if they can just get 1 point. And then the Lady Reds of Carthage College sitting in the top 10 nationally come to town next week. The nice thing, Tim, Elmhurst a lot of home matches this year, especially the two toughest teams coming into R.A. Fagnall Hall. Elmhurst not having to go on the road. And the Blue Jays with set point, Perry Morgan to serve.
24-20 in the first. The Blue Jay bench cheering on Morgan. The crowd follows suit. England has it swatted at the net, and some miscommunication by the Blue Jays on the left side.
Elmhurst would love to have that one back. Wilkes and Zarmak right there on top of it. First they thought about going up to hammer it. Then they were just going to slide a pass over to Erin Thill, and instead it falls between both of them. But still, just 1 point away here if the Blue Jays can get the side out. And Millikan keeps it alive with an ace.
Ace of the set for England, and a timeout for Elmhurst. 24-22 first set of play. Elmhurst will this weekend head to the University of Chicago to take part in the University of Chicago Invitational. They will not face the hosts, however. On the docket, Friday, Whittier and Susquehanna. And on Saturday, it's Wesleyan University, not to be confused with conference mate Illinois Wesleyan. And then Iowa Conference nationally ranked team Wartburg.
Blue Jays playing some very strong non-conference competition. Had Chicago here at home early in the season. Wartburg on the road at the Maroons' home.
That's nothing new for Julie Hall, though. She likes to challenge her squads early in the season.
Does not shy away from it at all.
Some more miscommunication for the Blue Jays.
Almost a double hit.
Wilkes eases it over, and all of a sudden Millikan has scored 3 straight, on the verge of potentially tying it up in the first.
Almost a double hit on the Blue Jays. They've got to get their communication down, just get this 1 point and put this one away.
England into the back row. Stepping up is Zarmak. Yes, that'll do it for the first.
And Zarmak going right down the line and puts it away to give Elmhurst the first set. And Elmhurst fans breathe a sigh of relief as Millikan had started to claw their way back into that one. And Sam Zarmak saves the first one for Elmhurst with the kill down the line.
25-23 in the first. The Blue Jays have a 1-0 advantage as we ready for set number 2 in moments here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. We'll have it for you after this on Blue Jay TV.
Balance with athletics in school, it's just, with me, I did it all throughout high school, so I needed to do sports in order to stay focused. I run cross country in the fall and track in the spring. I was injured my freshman year, and I just felt like so off track. It didn't feel natural. Like, I think a lot of the students coming from high school and coming to D3, it's like what they need to stay focused. I mean, if you could do it in high school, you could do it here. The bigger schools, you don't have the coach time like you do here. You can just join the team and just have fun. We actually just went to Tennessee for a spring break trip, so it was different. It was a lot of fun being able to travel. We had 2 first place finishes, so it was kind of impressive. It's nice having like that other family aside from being at home, because you're with them all the time. Don't be afraid to go out there and try new things.
tough trying to balance homework and practice, but I feel like our coaches stress academics to a point where you have to succeed. I'm actually a hometown kid. I grew up in Elmhurst. When the football team approached me, it was kind of like a lock, you know? I get to go to school in my hometown, play football. When you get to play something that you love, along with getting that education, it's priceless. Coming here, I was just surprised at how close everybody is on campus. I know pretty much everybody in terms of athletics on the campus. You will not want to leave this place come senior year. I'm going to live up this last year that I got for everything that's worth.
Welcome back to R.A. Faginal Hall and CCIW volleyball action. I'm Kevin Jude, joined by Tim Calderwood. Elmhurst takes the opening set 25-23. Back and forth the whole way, Tim, in the opening set. Finally, Elmhurst able to pull out in front, open up a 4-point lead. But Big Blue clawed their way back in, made it interesting, winning 3 straight points to go 24-23 before Sam Zarmak ended it with a kill down the line.
Certainly between two of the top teams in the CCIW would expect nothing less. A team down and out and not giving up until that final point is recorded. See what both squads come up with here in the second. A big set for Elmhurst here at home.
Starters back on the floor for the Blue Jays. Rasmussen, Reynolds, Morgan at the libero, Caitlin Wilkes, Sam Zarmak, Aaron Thill the setter, and Melissa Milkey out there. Eilering heads out for the libero Childress. Facer, Cardot, Reese, Englund, and Krajek out there on the floor for the Big Blue.
Brittany Childress opens on serve for Millikan. Down a set here at Elmhurst. How about a try from Rasmussen? And 4 hits for Millikan. Unable to clear the net is Sarah Travis, the right side hitter. Short serve for Milkey. Attack from the set slot. Rasmussen with a double hit call. That's the danger when you don't have the setter involved there a lot of times. You have to have a hitter kind of step up and be out of their element a little bit.
You see those setting errors or assist errors a little bit higher, like you said, when it's not the setter handling that pass.
Short attempt from Reynolds, blocked at the net. Lindsay Storm and Audrey Krajek.
Krajek just getting up just a little bit too high that time. Reynolds tried to go over the top of her. Krajek got a hand on it, though, and blocked it straight back down.
Into the net.
Float serve attempt that time by Facer. Leaves it well short.
Perry Morgan serving for Elmhurst. Diving to her knees is England. Taken out of the play, but the Big Blue respond. Three to 2, Millikan with the advantage. Eased ahead by Milkey. Thill leads Wilkes. Punch around. An attack from the back row and into the net.
R.C. Novak sees her first action. Checks in for Rasmussen.
Three in the second. Englund punches. Back towards Zarmak, who posted the winner in the first. In the middle, put down by Krajek.
Milkey just couldn't stay on her feet that time, was falling backwards trying to keep that ball up. Lost her balance a little bit, and it falls to the floor.
ace coming for Krajek. 5-3 Millikan. Morgan leading Zarmak at the net.
I don't know if that was tipped off the block or not, but if it wasn't, Blue Jays were saved by Krajek that time. Otherwise, it was going long. If it was off the original block, it would have been a point for the Blue Jays anyway.
5-4 Millikan in front. Here's Zarmak again, the 5'11 freshman. Jump ball at the net, won by V.C. Smith.
V.C. Smith just stuffs it right back in Cardot's grill. Elmhurst evens it up at 5.
Zarmak with the right hand. Serve was over, but Wilkes too long in her attempt.
Wilkes saw it coming at her. Just eyes light up a little bit when you have a free swing at a ball right at the top of the net, but just steered it out of bounds.
Cardot on serve. V.C. Smith charges ahead. England on the left side. Zarmak from the back row. Diving is Childress. And the Big Blue with some miscommunication.
Same thing that bothered Elmhurst there late at the opening set, and Millikan has some communication problems.
Caitlin Wilkes short on the serve attempt. The 6-6 matchup here in the second. Megan Reynolds swats at it. And the Big Blue find an opening.
Nicely played that time by Cardot, the setter.
Allie Reese to serve. Millikan with a 1-point advantage. Reynolds from the left side, diving is England. Up front, Storm converts.
Storm goes down the line that time for the Big Blue, gives Millikan a 2-point edge.
8-6. Reese bouncing around. All right, over the ticker tape, sets up Reynolds in the middle. Short on her try, but Reynolds responds with a block. Right into the face of Isla Ring.
Reynolds right there, perfect spot again as she hammers it down to the floor.
So now it's Erin Thill on serve. 8-7 Millikan leading in the second. And it's an ace.
Thill adding to her team leading total of aces on the year, evens it up at 8.
Thill once more. Again targeting Childress. Stepping up is Storm. And it hit off of the antenna.
Blue Jays catch a break that time.
Elmhurst with the lead. And the serve is long. Brittany Childress to serve. Hometown product for Millikan. V.C. Smith lumbers ahead. Ping-ponged around. And a double hit from Thill.
Kept alive by Reynolds, but Thill hit it way low off the ground, called for the double hit.
Very short serve from Brittany Childress. V.C. Smith snuffed out in the back row by England. Storm on the left edge. Jump ball at the net. Storm again. Diving is V.C. Smith, and it falls.
Good pick of her use of the open court that time by Storm. Going up over the Elmhurst block, saw the big hole in the middle.
Millikan has led for most of this second set. Back towards Storm. B.C. Smith out of the reach of Childress, who gave chase. Alyssa Milkey returns for Elmhurst. Short serve attempt. At the net, powered home by Sarah Travis.
Travis with a big swing that time for the Big Blue. Gives Millikan the 2-point edge again.
Molly Facemore, sophomore. Still a jump ball of the net and over the top.
3-point lead for Millikan, their biggest of any set right now.
Facer again, a very short serve. Zarmak off the antenna.
Let's see if that gets Julie Hall to use a timeout.
It will. 14-10 Millikan here in the second. Kind of a similar point to where Elmhurst took over in the first set. Millikan has responded here in the second. (14-10), the Big Blue with the advantage. On this Tuesday night from R.A. Faginal Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College. I'm Tim Calderwood with you alongside Kevin Jude on Blue Jay TV tonight. In the fall, we provide coverage of volleyball, both soccers, and also football. Football is off this week. CCIW portion of the schedule opens on October 1st at home against North Park. Out of the timeout, it's Facer to serve again for Millikan. Elmhurst would love a side out here. Facer steps up, and the Blue Jays struggle. Headed the wrong way, just kept backing up. 15-10. Facer with a long serving run here for the Big Blue. Zarmak short. Facer dives in, and as she went to the floor, nobody came in to help out. 15-11 in the second set. Perry Morgan stepping back, the junior defensive specialist out of Avon, Indiana. Swatted at by Krajek in the middle.
Big swing by Krajek right there. Down the middle is Millikan opening up a 5-point edge now.
16-11. Allie Reese will serve for the Big Blue. Up the right side of the floor. Zarmak leaps. It's kept alive by Childress. In the back row, Reese will attack. Rasmussen short, and it ends up on the shoulders of our up referee. (17-11). Millikan in control here in the second. So another long serving run for the Big Blue. Started with Molly Facer, and now after a side out, here's Allie Reese. Zarmak off the top of the net and missing. 18-11 Millikan. Airborne. Back towards Rasmussen and into the tape.
Not going Elmhurst's way right now. Let's see if Julie Hall uses the other timeout, and she will. 19-11, Millikan well in control in this second set.
Again, more action for you this week here on Blue Jay TV. Women's soccer against Alverno on Thursday. And we'll have some more volleyball for you next week as Elmhurst faced the Carthage College squad, presently ranked 7th in the nation. (19-11) Millikan with the advantage here in set number 2. Elmhurst is now out of timeouts. The Blue Jays break the huddle. Reese twirls it. Motors ahead with the attempt, and it's jump ball in the net and put down by England.
Nothing going Elmhurst's way in this second set.
Marcy Novak will replace Rasmussen. And there's an error for Reese on the serve into the net.
Blue Jays have any chance to come back in this set, they have to put together a long run pretty much right here.
And it won't happen. Krajek converts for the Big Blue. Wilkes tried to underhand it. Sarmak kept off the ground by Krajek. Here's England. And England pushes it to a 10-point Big Blue advantage.
Now, Tim, if you're Elmhurst, you pretty much just have to see if Julie Hall's going to go to her bench. Yes, she is, bringing in Katie Rufer. If you're Elmhurst, you pretty much just have to put this one behind you here and get ready to move on to the third set, as this one has been all Millikan.
Rufer, a setter for the Big Blue, or for the Blue Jays. Backwards towards Milky. Stepping up is England. Rufer leads Wilkes. And it's 22-13. Here's BC Smith. England from the left side. And it's back to a 10-point advantage at 23-13. BC Smith finds an opening.
BC Smith not giving up, fighting it off the Millikan block and down.
From the set slot, Cardot drops it in. And it is a set point for Millikan, and a whole lot of them. Trying to even the match tonight here in Elmhurst. Reynolds swings and converts. J.D. Rufer, the sophomore out of Batavia, came in late here in the second with a short serving attempt, trying to keep the Blue Jays alive. Storm ends it. Set number 2 belongs to Millikan, 25-15. We are even at a set apiece, headed to the pivotal third when we come back. This is volleyball action on Blue Jay TV. That looks so much easier.
We're actually really good this year. There's 23 of us on the team, so it's quite a large team. We're close friends. A lot of the teammates live together with other teammates. In high school, I wasn't the most organized person because sports were just kind of like a side note in high school. Here, you have to really balance yourself. Division III, it's more academics first, softball second. So our coach really strives on the academic portion of school. And just like yesterday, we had a game. I went to class and came late to the game instead, but the game was canceled, luckily. Softball really kind of taught me some organization skills, I guess.
I wasn't sure getting out of high school if I wanted to bowl in college, but after I graduated high school, I knew that there wasn't any way I was going to not be able to do it. So I'm glad that I came to Elmhurst because it gave me that chance. Last year was a good year, had the first winning record for the team. I really like being on the team. It brings a lot of people together and it makes it a lot easier to meet other people. We're with each other 24/7 on the weekends when we have tournaments and 3 days a week for practice. Some of us work out together, go to dinner together. It's nice having those close friends to always fall back on if you need something, and they're always willing to help.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst, I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I've played soccer and I'm in the nursing program. Kind of everything just fell together. The team was just so nice and welcome. My freshman year we went to Brazil for preseason and that was the coolest thing ever. So it was just our team. We stayed at this big soccer resort and there was all these fields and all these little kids playing, and then we just had our own field and we played against different Brazilian teams. It's been great and I've made so many new friends. The soccer aspect, I think that I've kind of got a family there and I just love it.
And so we are even at a set apiece on this Tuesday. CCIW volleyball action. Elmhurst and Millikan ready for the pivotal third set. Elmhurst took the opener 25-23. Millikan battled back with 3 straight late in the first. That momentum kind of carried over into the second as at the midway point, the Big Blue just turned on the jets and cruised to a 25-15 second set decision. So we head into the third, even at 1 apiece.
Blue Jays have to just get back on track, put that second set behind them, try to move on here. Both of these teams know if they want to win a conference championship, you pretty much have to have this match.
In the case of Elmhurst, you definitely want to defend your home floor as well. Talking about those tough contests, well, they're all on the floor of the Blue Jays. Millikan this week, Carthage next week. They also have home dates with Illinois Wesleyan. As Millikan opens the scoring here in the third. Serving is Audrey Krajak. And attack coming on the left side. And Hannah Lesson, who is checked in. Ticked around. We'll try the left side again. And England finds a hole.
Kelsey England taking a look down the net. seeing the big opening and just swinging it down along the parallel to the net, puts it down on the near side. Big Blue out to a 2-0 lead early.
Grajak serving again. Reynolds back towards Morgan, who will finesse it ahead. In the middle, swinging is Eilering. And there's the first Elmhurst point of the set. Short serve from Hannah Lesson. Thill leads Zarmak. Ticked around to the net. England steps up in the middle and converts.
Kelsey England just powering her way through the block that time. Puts it down on the floor for the Big Blue.
Thill in the middle for Reynolds. Just enough to find a slot. Three to two, Millikan with the advantage. Here's Perry Morgan. Well short. Zarmak was actually outside the line when she had that attempt. Shot into the rafters. And a double hit.
Nice dig by Morgan to keep it alive, but the Blue Jays commit an error on the set attempt.
England on serve and an ace.
Millikan quickly jumping out. This one looking like a bad start for Elmhurst already, down 4. Millikan keeping the pace just that they had at the end of all through the second set.
Jump ball, dropped in. Eilering.
See if Julie Hall calls a quick timeout, and she does. Elmhurst just looking lost right now on the floor, Tim. All the crisp passing that you saw on the first set is just not there at all right now. As Blue Jays just getting nothing but 3 balls over, getting no real looks on the offensive side, not being able to do anything with ball control here through much of the second, and now early on in the third is Millikan leaping out to a 7-2 lead.
Well, it kind of started at the end of the first set. Elmhurst was up 24-20. Millikan converted on 3 straight. Elmhurst eventually closed out the first, but then the Big Blue in the second controlled throughout. And it's carried over to the third, where they have a 7-2 lead early on. Out of the timeout, England serving. Tossed up by Thill. A little bit of a miss hit. Thill will lead Zarmak.
Blue Jays save that one. That was going out of bounds.
There's a block at the net. Wilkes has it partially tipped. Millikan out of position. England from the back row.
Good opportunity here for Elmhurst.
And the Big Blue recoup. They're back in position. Was it tipped? Well, it found an opening anyhow.
You get a 3-ball opportunity for Elmhurst, and instead Thill tries to send it over into the blind spot, but Millikan was right there waiting for it. Rather than taking the swing.
Charging in on the left side comes Zarmak. 8-2, and the long from Millikan.
Just sails out now as Elmhurst needs to rattle some points off here and get back in this one.
8-3. This would be an ideal time for a long serving run. Marcy Novak with the serve. A block at the net. Again, Millikan out of position, but able to recover. Rufer will push it across towards Zarmak, who converts.
Good start for the Blue Jays here. On serve. Clean passing, good set by Rufer, and Zarmak with the finish.
Down Main Street, blocked. Wilkes all by herself.
Good serve by Marcy Novak as Millikan having to dig that one off the floor again.
Childress in the back row. Tipped up off of the Blue Jays. Side out for Millikan, up 9-5. Rufer with a back set towards Wilkes. Plays it off with a big blue. Elmhurst has settled in a bit here in the second. 9-6. Here's Storm. Rufer from her set slot. Storm tries again. Molly Facer with a long serving run in the second, helping Millikan take control. She'll work her way up towards the line with a big blue leading 10-6. Elmhurst reacted a little too quickly there. And it's 11-6 Millikan. Here's Facer short again. Rufer up towards V.C. Smith off the antenna. You look at this Elmhurst roster, not a single senior on the squad. 12-6 Millikan, and a block will make it 13-6.
Oh, out of bounds. It was off the block and out, according to the line judge here. Blue Jays catch a break, 12-7.
Wilkes to serve. Through the air. Back towards Storm. Rufer over the net, jump ball, and Reynolds drops it in.
Nice job by Rufer and Reynolds making sure they did not go into the net that time. Pass was a little bit right on top of the tape. Rufer able to keep it in play, and Reynolds able to knock it over and down.
Wilkes serving. Short from Krajek and down. (13-8) Millikan. Allie Reese dropping back. Taking her time as Blue Jays wipe up a few wet spots on their side. Rufer has it swatted. Pushed back towards Reynolds. Stuffed again. Here's V.C. Smith clearing the blockers. Anzanea V.C. Smith.
Facer was charging off the back line, trying to come up, and V.C. Smith just goes over the top of her head and drops it a foot or two in front of the back line. Keeping Elmhurst in it, down by only 4 right now, but the Blue Jays have to make a run soon.
13-9. Aaron Thill, strong. England, though, with other ideas. Yowzers.
Seeing why Kelsey England, having a great start to the year, was an all-conference performer last year. And one of the offensive forces on this Big Blue squad.
Thill back set towards Reynolds. On the left side, it's England again.
Just not going Elmhurst's way once again here in this third set.
In the middle, it's Reynolds. Nope.
Swings it off the block, though. It did catch a piece of Millikan. Oh, I thought it did. Maybe not. Well, it goes out 16-9, and so now it is a 7-point Millikan lead, and Julie Hall has to burn her second and final timeout.
Even at a set apiece here in the third. Both teams are 9-2 and 1-0 in the CCIW entering play today. Both Elmhurst and Millikan will be participating this weekend at the University of Chicago Invitational. Millikan's next conference showdown will be against Wheaton on the road next Tuesday. Teams will break the huddle here in the third. On serve is Audrey Krajak for Millikan. With a right hand, too long.
Going to need some breaks like that to try and get their way back in. But once again, Elmhurst has not been able to sustain any kind of run here since the opening set.
This would be a great time to change that with Hannah Lesson serving.
And instead, you send it right back to him. She tries to go short, puts it short of the net.
Brittany Cardot responding for Millikan. Up 7 in the middle, it's Reynolds. Denied. England steps up. Zarmak there to bail it out. And it's a miss hit off the arms of Novak. 18-10 Millikan in the second.
Hey, when it rains, it pours here, Tim. Elmhurst just not looking very crisp here after that opening set, where they looked very strong.
Thill forced to scamper a bit, and it's off the antenna.
Hey, you see the pass is just not getting to the setters in good position at all right now. Thill or Roofer having to run all over, several shots into the antenna. And Millikan well in control on their way to a 2-set lead.
Novak, though, finds a way to force the side out.
Blue Jays a little gift that time from Cardot. Takes a swing at that one in the back. I'm not sure if that wouldn't have gone long.
In the middle, England again.
Seeing Millikan play with all the confidence in the world right now. And why not? They're up 9 in the third set, even at 1 apiece right now.
England has been a program changer for Millikan.
And another save by Millikan, as that one looked like it was going to go long too. And England tries to bring it up off the ground.
20-12. England enters 2011 already as the Millikan career leader in kills. Set back and blocked on the left side.
Not sure that one actually ever cleared the net. I think they call that a 4.
20-13.
The Jays need a handful more here on this serve to try and make it interesting.
Zarmak has it swatted and pushed out. (20-14). Jump ball, and it's a one by Eilering.
Novak able to get a piece of that one for Elmhurst, but too much on it. Came back right to the net, like you said, a jump ball at the net, and Eilering able to put it away.
Childress lumbers ahead. Storm will set it over. Roofer back towards Wilkes. Off of Childress. Storm again. Couldn't get it over.
Off the tape, not off the block, says the officials.
21-15, side out for Zarmak.
Blue Jays need to get a run going on offense here. Millikan now can almost just go side out, and just 4 points away. Elmhurst needs a run right now.
Deep serve. In for the first time is Becca Thompson, a freshman involved quickly. Was it tipped? Nope. 22-15. Millikan trying to jump ahead here in the third set after losing the first at Elmhurst tonight. 25-23. Thompson couldn't clear the blockers. Morgan in the back row. Back towards Wilkes. England steps up in the middle. Back towards Novak. And too much. 23-15.
Well, Millikan looks like they're about to go up a comfortable 2-1 lead here over the Blue Jays. Elmhurst has got to find that confidence that they had in the first set that vanished midway through the second.
V.C. Smith. Short. Positioned perfectly by Krajak, who waited for the blockers to commit and then guided it around. 24-15, set point for Millikan. Facer with a deep serve. V.C. Smith up the left side. Thompson ends it. Millikan with back-to-back 25-15 counts takes the lead in the match 2-1 as we head to the fourth. This is Volleyball tonight on Blue Jay TV.
Tough trying to balance homework and practice, but I feel like our coaches stress academics to a point where you have to succeed. I'm actually a hometown kid. I grew up in Elmhurst. When the football team approached me, it was kind of like a lock, you know? I get to go to school in my hometown, play football. When you get to play something that you love, along with getting that education, it's priceless. Coming here, I was just surprised at how close everybody is on campus. I know pretty much everybody in terms of athletics on the campus. You will not want to leave this place come senior year. I'm going to live up this last year that I got for everything it's worth.
The balance with athletics in school, it's just, with me, I did it all throughout high school, so I needed to do sports in order to stay focused. I run cross country in the fall and track in the spring. I was injured my freshman year and I just felt like so off track. It didn't feel natural. Like, I think a lot of the students coming from high school and coming to D3, it's like what they need to stay focused. I mean, if you could do it in high school, you could do it here. The bigger schools, you don't have the coach time like you do here. You can just join the team and just have fun. We actually just went to Tennessee for a spring break trip, so it was different. It was a lot of fun being able to travel. We had 2 first-place finishes, so it was kind of impressive. It's nice having like that other family aside from being at home because you're with them all the time. Don't be afraid to go out there and try new things.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst. I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I played soccer and I'm in the nursing program. Kind of everything just fell together. The team was just so nice and welcome. My freshman year we went to Brazil for preseason, and that was the coolest thing ever. So it was just our team. We stayed at this big soccer resort, and there was all these fields and all these little kids playing, and then we just had our own field, and we played against different Brazilian teams. It's been great, and I've made so many new friends. The soccer aspect, I think that I've kind of got a family there, and I just love it.
It's the fourth set in Elmhurst. Millikan on top of Elmhurst 2-1, winning by identical 25-15 counts in the second and the third. Elmhurst needs to win here in the fourth, and in my mind, the biggest thing that they have to do is come out stronger in this fourth set.
Yeah, you're right, Tim. They have just the confidence that they had before is gone at the moment. Not sure where it went, but they had some in the opening set, and then it just seemed to fade away midway through the second as Millikan surged in front and never looked back, and the Big Blue stormed through that third set with that same confidence.
Referee calling over Aaron Thill. Check on the alignments of each of these teams before beginning play here in the fourth with Millikan serving. Brittany Childress, the junior out of Decatur, started out for the Big Blue. A short serve on the left side. It is not over on the attempt from Lesson. And so Millikan opens the scoring here in the fourth set. Reynolds short. Dug out by Storm. Back towards Travis, who misses. And we're even at one apiece in the fourth. Swung on in the middle by Krajek. Reynolds drops it in. Nicely positioned. Elmhurst out strong here to begin the fourth, up 2-1. Zarmak deep. Nice rally here. Thill will set it ahead. Dinged around and into the Elmhurst bench. Molly Facer to serve for Millikan in this 2-2 affair here in the fourth. Very short serve. Jump ball of the net. And Reynolds hit it twice.
Nice job by Sam Zarmak going down off the side, off the block, a little bit of Millikan, down to the floor. Even things up at 3.
Perry Morgan to serve. Stepping up is Storm in his 3-3 affair. Here's Zarmak again. Morgan did her best, but there was no help behind. Dropping back to serve Allie Reese, the junior out of Champaign. With Millikan leading 4-3. Reese will scamper ahead. Wilkes right at Facer. Zarmak into the net. (5-3) Millikan. Zarmak again. Childress on the scene. And an opening from Krajek.
Millikan just picking their spots. Every Elmhurst attack, they are in the right place, right time, and just finding the openings right now. Elmhurst really struggling to put the ball down.
Bill. Back set. Zarmak on the left side. England in the middle. My goodness.
It's nothing on the attacks for Elmhurst, and Millikan able to just pick them apart defensively right now. And Julie Hall, frustration calling the timeout, down 4 here in the fourth set.
7-3, Millikan with the advantage, trying to put away the contest on the road. Be the 10th win of the season for the Big Blue. If Elmhurst cannot come from behind at home. From the end of that first set on, nothing has really gone right for the Blue Jays. (7-3). Julie Hall utilizing a timeout here in the fourth. Reese to restart for the Big Blue. Over the top, targeting Zarmak. From the back row, it's Lesson. England up the left side. Tipped. 8-3.
Haven't seen Elmhurst struggle this badly in quite a while, Tim.
Both of the losses this season for Elmhurst have come in 4 sets.
Give Millikan credit. They are certainly playing well, but the Blue Jays doing themselves no favors whatsoever with some of their passing.
9-3. Elmhurst out of position, just trying to recover. Blocked. England called for a double hit off the fingertips. Melissa Milkey returns for the Blue Jays, along with Katie Rufer here in the fourth. It'll be Milkey serving, with Elmhurst trailing 9-4 on the board. And a quick side out for Millikan. Serving will be Krajek, a key freshman for the Big Blue. Zarmak, a freshman for Elmhurst, with one of her own.
Finally a perfectly executed pass, and Zarmak pounds it to the floor. See if that fires up the Blue Jays on offense a little bit.
10-5 here in the fourth. Zarmak, who scored the point moments ago, serving off the top of the net. Deflected away. Wilkes, back set, found an opening. Reese could not keep it off the floor. Consecutive points for the Blue Jays. Short off the net from Zarmak. Set back towards Eilering. V.C. Smith up and down.
3 straight points for Elmhurst. First time we've seen that since the opening set.
10-7 and an ace.
See if Debbie Kick calls a timeout now. 4 straight points by Elmhurst, so they're trying to fight their way back into this fourth set.
10-8 the margin in favor of Millikan here in the fourth. The second CCIW match of the year for each of these teams. Both of them were victorious last Tuesday. Debbie Kick trying to settle down Millikan. She hasn't used very many timeouts, just the 2 in the first set, none in the second or the third. This is now a big opportunity for Elmhurst to continue the momentum. Millikan trying to break it up with the TO. It is Zarmak serving. She's been the catalyst of the run. England steps up. Perry Morgan on the scene. Wilkes short. From the set slot. Tapped up over the referee.
Millikan with the big point to end the Blue Jays run. Still only a 3-point lead right now. Elmhurst can get a quick side out. Get the ball back and try to fight their way back into this fourth set.
11-8, V.C. Smith. Knocked around. Roofer aims for V.C. Smith. Nice job of recovering by Allie Reese. And the attempt is wide from Sarah Travis. Caitlin Wilkes serving. Set up towards Travis. V.C. Smith. Millikan out of position. And Travis couldn't get it over the net. Now Elmhurst is within a point.
For the first time since the opening set, Tim, you're seeing Millikan being the one a little out of position and starting to scramble as the Blue Jays surging ahead on offense, trying to put the Big Blue on their heels.
11-10. Wilkes short on the serve attempt. Cardot leads it for England. Short. Diving in is Childress. Here's V.C. Smith at Childress once again. England blocked, and we're even. 11 apiece.
Megan Reynolds with the block for the Blue Jays sends it right back down. And suddenly what was a 6-point Millikan lead at 10-4. It's been a big Elmhurst run.
Ended on the kill from Reese up the middle. Millikan back in front. And problems for Roofer. 13-11. This now becomes a big defensive sequence for Elmhurst. Roofer back towards Reynolds. Attacked by Cardot. V.C. Smith short and down. Big side out for the Blue Jays.
You called it big defensive sequence, and the Blue Jays were up to the challenge that time.
13-12. Aaron Thill is serving. Handler in the back row. Set up towards Travis. Travis again. Zarmak deep. Jump ball in the net. Storm out of position. It's dropped in and tied once again at 13 apiece.
Pass a little bit too long for Millikan. Rasmussen there at the net in the jump ball.
Thill now trying to hand Elmhurst the lead. Taking her sweet time. England from the back row. And again, Millikan sidesteps it.
Oregon able to get a hold of that one, but a line drive back into the net, not able to get any air under the pass as England dropped the hammer on that swing.
Double hit.
Seen a lot of those tonight on the Blue Jay setters. That's something they are got to cut down on.
Brittany Childress serving for Millikan, up 15-13. Reynolds short. Leapt up at the net by Krajek. V.C. Smith couldn't get it over.
Second straight set by Erin Thill that went backwards. Don't think she was trying to set Perry Morgan behind her. 3 straight points by the Big Blue as Millikan trying to surge back in front and take control.
Big Blue up 2-1. Short serve from Childress. Reynolds. Knocked around. V.C. Smith. Was it tipped? Yes.
Big point by the Blue Jays and V.C. Smith. It went off of Childress that time.
And a lesson enters.
Elmhurst just has to settle in. Couple points in a row, and they're right back in this.
It'll be lesson on serve. Sarmak.
Here comes a 3-ball over the net for Elmhurst.
Short. Rasmussen drops it in.
Blue Jays catch a little bit of a break. Not the greatest set of the net for Rasmussen, but she adjusted well in the air. Tipped it off the block, and at that time the defensive player for Millikan, that was Thompson, was already down on the ground out of position. The Blue Jays pulled it within 1.
16-15. Perry Morgan diving. Aaron Thill there as well, and in amongst the teammates.
Good effort by both Morgan and Thill to go after that, but Millikan gets the points and within 8 points of this match now. Elmhurst needs a very quick side out.
Ollie Facer over the net. Thill leading Reynolds. Cardot in and short from Krajek.
See if Julie Hall calls her final timeout here, and she will. 18-15. She knows that the Blue Jays need a side out.
Well, Millikan has had an answer every time tonight. Big Blue looking to hand Elmhurst CCIW defeat number 1. (18-15) Millikan with the advantage. The Big Blues serving out of the stoppage. Pacer up the side, may have been out. Served up easily for the waiting Cardot. (19-15).
If you're Elmhurst, you pretty much need to have this right here.
Very short. Sarmak finesses. Millikan out of position, but recovers. And Megan Reynolds finds a way.
Blue Jays take advantage finally right there off the mistake by Millikan.
Serving is Perry Morgan. And hammered home by Krajek. (20-16). Spun around by Reese. Back towards Wilkes. And down. Returning is a Roofer and also Melissa Milkey. England, 21-17.
Here's the problem. If you're Elmhurst, Millikan now can just go side out, and go point for point with the Blue Jays. Elmhurst has to have a run here late. Otherwise, the Big Blue are going to move to 2-0 in the CCIW. Elmhurst going to take their first loss.
Wilkes clears the blockers. England. Wilkes will set it over. Jump ball the net. Jump ball again. At the net, swatted by a Roofer. Here's England. Just enough room.
Picking her spot, Kelsey England right down the line. Great placement, back corner, tucks it away.
22-17. Krajak serving. Zarmak, too much. And the Big Blue are 2 points away from closing out the match.
This one looked like Elmhurst was getting themselves back into it. Millikan puts together another run to close it out here as the Big Blue within 2 points of the match.
Blocked. Match point, and a bunch of them for the Big Blue. The Millikan fans in attendance rise to their feet. Sarmak looking to extend the matchup a little bit. In the middle, it's Wilkes. Tapped around, England steps up short. Roofer leads Wilkes, and it will continue for a few moments. 24-18. Sam Zarmak steps back. Sidewinds it out, and with that, the matchup will come to an end. Elmhurst takes the opening set, 25-23, but then Millikan turns on the Jets and sweeps the last three to improve to 10-2 on the season and 2-0 in the CCIW. Elmhurst dropping to 9-3, 1-1. Scores 23-25, 25-15, 25-15, 25-18. Our next broadcast here on Blue Jay TV comes on Thursday. Women's soccer action. Elmhurst and Alverno at 7 o'clock. Next volleyball action will come your way again next Tuesday, 1 week from tonight, as Elmhurst takes on the nationally ranked Carthage College favorites of the CCIW at 7 o'clock. We'll have that for you here. For the Blue Jays, they'll set their sights on the University of Chicago Invitational this weekend. 4 matches on Friday and Saturday. That'll wrap up our coverage here tonight. For my broadcast partner, Kevin Jude, and for our entire Blue Jay TV crew, I'm Tim Calderwood. Thanks for watching.